Okay, YouTube, it's Raymond Philippich here, the King of Lame, back again. Today I'm here with Tabitha Kennedy of the Team 240p Gold. Say hello.
Hi!
And we're here to discuss what?
Legacy of the Valiant. Sneak peek.
Yep. So it's 2 days away from when we're filming this. This is like 11 o'clock Friday night. A couple glasses of adult beverage, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards everywhere. Because, this is the King of Lame, and we got to keep things classy with like really cool wine glasses and stuff. So we were discussing, actually with another friend of ours before he had to go, what we expect to see Sunday, because Sunday is our game day here in our locals, and so we went on Wikia. We grabbed ourselves the quick, like the whole list of cards. And we actually went card by card, reading every card to each other, right?
Yes.
We argued which ones were going to be better and everything. Didn't you have a favorite?
I had the Chirugumi, Princess of the Autumn Leaves.
Oh, you like the new, was it Chirugumi? Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah, it was kind of the new, it was like the new version of Titanial, the Princess of Camellias, or Queen of Camellias, or whatever she happened to be. Yeah. Kind of like an autumn festival. I don't know, I'm being redundant. So we decided that we're going to see 3 major decks popping up. Our local sneak peek follows the rule of you have to you buy so many packs, X packs, and you need to use 3 cards out of the new set in your pre-existing decks. Out of those 3 cards, minimum of 2 of them have to be in the main deck, with up to 1 of them existing in your extra deck, in with your Synchro, your Overlay, and your Fusions. And this is going to be another set where people are going to get away with that 2 cards again, because we had a bunch of Overlays and we had a couple Synchros, right?
Yes, we did.
So nothing horrible, and yet there are some decks we can build for previous to the tournament. So one of those was the Bujin, or the Bujin with the Bujin Tai, Tsukuyomi, and all that other fun junk that they just released. And I'd not to really skip over this. A lot of the bigger players, they're talking a lot about this, so there's really no need to keep beating the horse here. But it's gaining a lot of consistency and a lot more plays with this set. So I think we can just go ahead and retire that one now, and we can get into talking about what I really wanted to talk about. Plants, guys. Everybody's been talking about it being plants versus zombie, the graveyard meta, what's going to happen. And Sylvan is doing something crazy. And this is the first time I can say that Yu-Gi-Oh! Has mimicked Magic the Gathering. Would you not agree with that?
I would agree with that.
Are you just going to say one-sentence things and just drink?
No, I will say more.
Okay, well, how is it mimicking Magic?
I have to say, with the cards, some of the illustrations, like...
No, the illustrations are not mimicking Magic. Magic has much better artists. They have serious artists on retainer. And as such, a lot of them are using... they actually sign their work and stuff if you look into the illustrations. Now, what about the new cards is starting to feel like Magic?
The word that they're using right now is the excavate.
You're right. They finally grabbed a typing of card, and it just happened it was the Sylvans right now. And you're right. They gave them a keyword that gives them a very specific effect that, while it's similar to something we've seen, excavate basically means excavate, reveal that many top cards of your deck. And if plants exist in them, then you can throw the plants to the graveyard and other cards go back to the bottom of your deck. If you excavate multiple cards at a time, then you choose the order in which they go to the bottom. And it feels a lot like Magic the Gathering, because every set, and I mean like every set, they come up with a couple new keywords that they're not just good then, but it's like that's when they start and then they kind of progress. I remember Kamigawa block. They introduced Bushido in the Champions. They introduced Ninjutsu in... Ninjutsu was Betrayers of Kamigawa. And I want to say the whole Soul Shift was one of the Kami effects out of the Saviors of Kamigawa. But they were card effects that we really haven't seen since. in that game, and now Yu-Gi-Oh's doing that. But outside of that, I expect the Sylvans, this is their debut. I expect them not to be just on their own right now. I expect to see a little bit more plant action. Like you hit on, they had that, what was her name now? The Cherubume. I'm actually a little more excited to see Rose Witch and the Queen Angel of Roses. Queen Angel of Roses especially. Because let me just pull her up real quick. I'm just going to keep hitting the wrong cards. Okay, there we go. At first glance, we get this kind of like almost French-European vibe off of her with the way her sword is, the way her petticoat drapes on her. Mm-hmm. It's not flowing. And it almost reminisces of Black Rose Dragon with the angelic wings that she gets. And again, the stats are pretty reminiscent. We got a nice, it's a 7-star 2400. What did we expect to see, right?
The best part about...
Yeah, I love that when my computer starts doing that. Random commercial. So that just happened, guys. That's how you know we only do one take. Because we reference alcohol and commercials about Applebee's start playing. No, but we see this plant and we see, she's like, okay, once per turn, it's like, hey, you got the lowest attack on the field. Bye.
Bye.
Cherubume, her effect was she draws all attacks to herself, and it was like if she dies, you get any plant out of your deck. So it's like, oh, I'm going to go from this to Titanial. But why would you waste the time when Lonefire Blossom's back up to 2? I can just sacrifice that and go straight into her anyway.
Correct.
Again, one-word answers. That's what we're going to get tonight, guys. She's beautiful, but she's all looks and no books. So, I'm kidding. Please don't hurt me. So, the Sylvans, I expect to see them Sunday, but I don't expect to see them in an overwhelming amount. I don't expect to see them in the top 8 standings.
No.
I expect to see the Bujantai. I expect to see like 3 out of the 8 being there at minimum.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last deck... You wanna tell them the last deck we're gonna see?
And the last deck that we're gonna be doing is Gravekeepers, which of course.
Well, they don't know that I've been playing Gravekeeper since they came out. Okay, that's inside.
Well,
so guys, I've been playing Gravekeeper since forever. My friend gave them to me for an original playmat and like a Beast of Tall War. So back in the day, that was cool.
And I've seen them in action and.
Oh, you haven't seen anything. 2010 was the year of the Gravekeeper. We had the Malefic World. The Pot of Duality was brand new to the game. I think that was the release of Absolute Power Force. Descendant hit the game. Recruiter hit the game and added a level of consistency they've never seen before. But yeah, we're going to see 6 new Gravekeeper cards. One of them being an overcomplicated Solemn Judgment. One of them trying to be Curse of Anubis while being Malefic Stardust while increasing its defense. And then possibly the best one is actually the Nobleman. Just because it's like, yeah, you know what? Your opponent's monster killed me by battle and I went to the graveyard. So I'm going to play any one of your Gravekeepers in your deck face down in defense mode. So I do have to show it, but it's so much better than using just Spy on itself. Because I can do this into Spy and then turn what was a bad turn on your move into me gaining momentum now. Or I can, put down something bigger like the one that wants to act like, I think it's actually just named Shaman, is the one that acts like Anubis and has huge defense. I could play Visionary from the last, I think it was Absolute Power Force it came out in. But like I said, you get a handful of Gravekeeper cards, and you know what? I think that they're going to see more consistent play because they don't need to add in cards that are bad. I'm not saying that the Bujans or the Sylvan plant are going to add bad cards. I'm just saying Gravekeepers is already an established deck with access to quite a few really good cards, and giving them a couple cards that fill very specific roles and then add to them, no. They do really well. This being said, We're going to get towards the end of this video because we're not trying to do another 50-minute one for a while. Tabitha is not going to be able to play this week. You want to tell them that you have a job and a life outside of this?
Pretty much. I work. I've been working so much that I can't play, but I will be having Raymond play in my place with one of our favorite decks, which it is especially one of my favorite decks.
So the deck she's talking about, guys, she has challenged me. She's going to pay the entry fee and everything. She's going to claim the packs after the tournament. She's challenged me to go in using Lightsworn. So I have decided not only will I play Lightsworn, but I'm gonna be redundant. I'm gonna play the most cookie cutter variety out there, because when it comes to the deck build for Sunday, I don't need to be very specific, and I can just bank off whatever 3 cards I choose. I feel like I should add. And with a cookie cutter Lightsworn, you really do get a bunch of options. It really is. It's full of plays. Not really good plays, but it's a fundamentally good deck, and as long as I'm good with the fundamentals, I should hang. I'm not sure if I'll make top 8. I'll make top 12. Okay? But what I'll do is, because again, this is like 11 o'clock at night on Friday night, and we're going to try to get this uploaded before... Should we go with before 1 o'clock? Because I'm sure that the computer's going to take a while to mix it down. Because I got a slow computer. But we'll actually shoot the deck list in the morning for you, and we'll upload that. So I don't want to tell you what the cards are in the deck right now, but I'm going to tell you that it's very basic. To put together the main deck, because I'm not going to showcase my extra deck or my side deck for this tournament until after the fact. I'm gonna play as basic as possible, and the reason I think the reason she chose Lightsworn was because she likes it. She has beat me with it plenty of times. It's one of her favorite decks.
Yes.
She plays that. You play Black Wings. What else do you play?
I also have done Harpies, and...
Yeah, but you played it before everybody else was playing it.
Right.
You played it before all the Joey World expansion stuff.
Exactly.
Before Channelers. You were playing it when it was legitimately like Cyber Harpy, Harpy Ladies 1, 2, 3 Sisters,
Harpy
and
Queen,
stuff like that. Yeah.
And then the Harpy's brother before he became...
What is he now? Sky Scout?
Yes, before he became Sky Scout. And
because
we
can't have him using Hysteric Party and having all those 4 stars.
Right. And then
Harpy's Pet Baby Dragon,
Yeah.
Phantasmal Dragon. I know you have that. You have Xerophon. But don't you use that in your Black Wings more though?
The Ice Beast?
Yeah, Xerophon.
Yes, I use that more with Black Wings, which...
Anyway, that's not the point. Let's get back off that before we do a deck list of your decks.
Yes. Which maybe I'll have to do that after a while, so...
Well, yeah, we can always have you back, and then a tournament right before you go to play, or after you've played or something. We can always talk about war stories. We can talk about it when... We'll go over what decks you played later, and maybe I'll have you back for an episode when... we're talking about a deck or a strategy very similar to what you've done. This way we get your insight on it.
I would love to be back on the talk show.
Well, it's not exactly a talk show. It kind of is. It kind of is. It's kind of podcast format with some really, really sometimes not even related photos.
Exactly.
I mean, look at today. Totally unrelated picture.
Yep.
Anyway, we're going to talk about the Lightsworn. I'm going to give you a deck profile in the morning. But it's basic... And with the extra deck possibilities, that's where the gameplay is really going to come down to. And again, like I said, I'll give you my my pre-deck list tomorrow. It'll be up tomorrow. What would you say, like noon?
I'd have to say
noonish as of Ohio time.
Yes.
Which is also Pennsylvania time, which is also Kentucky time, which is also Alabama time?
I believe so.
All right, win. So now that there's enough places that you didn't know it was Ohio that I live in. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow. We'll get you the deck list video. I'm going to get this video up before 1 o'clock in the morning here. And then Sunday, I think it's, since I'm playing for you, I'm playing. I think Steven and Doug are both going to play.
Yep.
So that's 3 of us that are going to play. We'll come back at you Sunday night, Monday morning, Monday afternoon, sometime within 24 hours of the tournament, and we will have kind of a wrap-up talk, and expect that one to be the one that runs long. So, this has been the King of Lames. This has been the something of the Valiant
Legacy
of the Valiant sneak peek talk-up. And we'll talk to you guys again later. Again, this is Raymond. I'm out.
And this is Tabitha, and I'll see y'all later.
Alright, YouTube. Bye.